Look, if I can't find peace within myself, who do I look to for peace? Whenever I am in search of answers for my complications and my situations, my temptations, my mental battles, even my spiritual battles, and my physical battles, who do you look to? Do you look to a therapist, physician? Do you look to yourself? Do you look to family members? Do you look to friends? Oftentimes we think that they are the best thing for us. You know why we think that? Because they are our closest physical people, right? Because they're so close to us physically, therefore we go to them and that's how we approach them. But see, that's the thing. They're limited, right? Think of the limited government, right? Limited government is limited by another entity, right? The state, right? The state government is, limits the local government, right? Think about it. And I was thinking about how limited government can be. And because of the fact that limited government is limited, I think of it kind of like people, right? Because people in that instance, in that government, cannot do anything. They can only do what they can do, right? There's no going beyond that. But see, we think people are able to take us out of our situations. We think people are the answer. We think people can solve our issues. And see, that's where we go wrong, right? That's what happens when you depend on people. That's what happens when you put your trust and your faith in people and you don't put trust in God. See, that is our problem, right? In today's society, we praise leaders, right? We praise, politicians. We praise celebrities. We praise everything else but God. We spend time on everything else but God. We spend time trying to make money, but not God. We don't even spend time we don't even open our Bibles. That's the issue, right? And let me speak for the non-Christians as well that are watching this video. We spend so much time, thinking about, is there a God? I don't believe in God, and I believe there is a God. I believe there is a higher power, but for some reason I just don't want to go any further. And it's like, bro, think about it. I'm looking out here, man. It's beautiful out here. There's an airplane that was man-made, but there's grass, there's leaves, there's plants. It is fall, right? It is fall, bro. Nice sunset, bro. Air breeze, bro. It's beautiful. God's creation, and we don't sit here and say it's a big boom. See, this is our issue, right? We believe everything else, right? We believe what we want to believe. That's our issue. Because, only our thoughts matter, right? Only our desires matter. Only how we feel matters, right? But think about, when you open the word and you look all around us, think about it, bro. You really think a big boom did this? Let me stop. Let me get back on track. When you put faith in the wrong things, look at your outcomes, right? You put faith in that last relationship. How did that end up going? Did y'all get back together? Did you put too much faith into that person thinking it was all going to work out? How much faith did you really have? How much faith are you putting? Are you putting faith in the right things? Because I think about this, right? Job put faith in God, right? Through his struggles. David, when he fought Goliath, put faith in God over his struggles and his limitations, right? He had physical limitations when it came to Goliath. But therefore, he had to look above his strengths. Above his weaknesses, above his various weaknesses, right? First of all, his own people, David's own people didn't ever even believe in him, right? That he could be the leader and that they could even win the war, first of all. And second of all, he was a shepherd boy. Nobody saw him as anything. Nothing special. But man came up with slingshot and a couple stones, knocked bro out, and boom. It's wraps, it's over. Think about that. That's special, bro. He had to depend on a higher power for that. That's not a power that just came out of nowhere. He wasn't even motivated. Yes, well, actually, let me tell you about it. He was motivated by God, but he wasn't self-motivated to get the job done. See, what am I trying to tell you, bro? You put your trust in the wrong things. You put your time into the wrong things. You put your trust and time into things that aren't edifying you and that aren't leading to success, where you are doing things that aren't right by God. You are desiring things that aren't of God. And I had to tell myself this. All the things I want to work right in my life, right? Whether that's money, relationship-wise, career-wise, family-wise, whatever the case may be, traveling the world. And I had to take a step back and realize how far I've come because of God. So, because we're steady always looking for the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And yeah, life is about moments, right? And life is about enjoying those small moments. But yes, we are, as human beings, we always are in search of the next thing. And it's like, bro, just think about it. Like, God has brought you this far. Where's the, just like, you can't even be joyful about it anymore. It's like, you have to celebrate your small wins. But see, that's where we fall short, right? We're constantly thinking about what is next. Let me retrace back, right? Faith, right? Without faith, it is impossible to please Him, right? So say you're trying to please God and you're trying to get closer to God, you cannot expect to get closer to God without improving your faith, without putting your trust in God. You cannot do these things. And I hope you don't expect these things to get better for yourself either. Because of the fact that you're putting your trust into human and mankind, you are going to get human and mankind results, right? You're putting your trust and your soul into a president, right? A dictator or a politician. Well, therefore, that's all you're going to get, right? All you're going to get is physical answers. You ain't going to get no spiritual answers, right? People who claim they're Christian and judge others, right? They're not driven by faith. They're driven by hate, right? There's a difference. They're not driven by their faithful ways. They're not driven to trust God. They're driven because they feel like, oh yeah, they're Christian now, so yeah, they can judge others. When we're not even in that position. There's a lot of things that goes wrong in the Christian walk and in the Christian faith that needs to be addressed. And, this notion that you can live half in and half out of the Christian faith, can't do that. I know I'm kind of yapping a little bit in this video, but I just want to keep it real with y'all on this channel, man. Like, it's deeper than the surface when it comes to our faith. It's deeper than the surface. You want to live right? You want to live righteous? Be faithful. You don't? Then don't do it. Just know you're going to be depending on human beings who make mistakes just like you. You're putting your trust into human beings who make errors like you, right? You're not putting your trust in a robot, and that robot even then will still make errors. So, if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I love making outdoor videos because I can think, even with all these people walking around and staring at me, they listen to what I'm saying. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this. God bless.